Hello there, everybody. How are you all doing today? I hope you had a fantastic day. So, I want to welcome you to the Wholeness Without Hustle podcast. I want to welcome you whether you are joining us from uh, Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or the podcast platforms or from within the Wholeness Without Hustle collective. I want to say thank you for taking time and space out with us tonight and to join us on the show. So I just want to say thank you and give yourself a round of applause. I want to thank everyone who are returning viewers. And if you're a new viewer, thank you so much. We want to appreciate you for stopping by. This is an interactive show. So if you have something to drop in the comments, please, by all means, do so. We would greatly appreciate that from you all. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Tonight, I have a wonderful episode for you all, and it's kind of a little bit challenging for me tonight because I find myself literally right here in the mix of our discussion. And so if you've been following us on social media, you know that we have been talking about what's next. And so I have a mentor, a personal mentor, and he used to always say that to me. And he's none other than the Carmine Louisi. I have had the pleasure of knowing Carmine for since 2000 and something, maybe like 20 years now. I think when I first went to Hyundai, the Lord allowed for us to meet. And I won't spend a lot of time, but I'm going to say everybody needs to make sure you have at least one mentor in your circle who will push you to the next level. And he always used to say, what's next? I'd get a promotion and he'd say, what's next? And I'd get something achievement and he'd say, what's next? And you have to understand, when I met him, he was an executive vice president. And I used to be like, I'm not even in management, celebrate these. And he used to say, I never want you to get so comfortable that you can't go to the next level. And so tonight, I want to kind of jump into 5 things or 5 signs that better is knocking at your door. But the question is, why won't you answer better? So you can't step into your next while you're holding on to what was supposed to end. See, I'm guilty. Okay, see, there comes a moment when you realize that you are not tired because you can't handle the work. You're not tired because you spent so much time proving that you deserve to do the work. See, proving that you are qualified and proving that you are capable, or possibly proving that you belong in the room, you gotta watch your tone. It starts shrinking your confidence. It softens your answers because it makes you start to doubt or question yourself. You're trying not to appear too strong or too direct or too ambitious or too emotional or simply just too much. They say that when you have the melanin in your skin, you're being the angry melanin woman. Or some of the men be like, oh, she's just being a girl, because you're in the room and you're on the top of your game and you know that you graduated from the top universities and you got the degrees to prove that you know what you're talking about. But when you are a woman, and especially a melanated woman in corporate America, sometimes you walk into the room and you carry the burden of the assumptions that you didn't even create. You're expected to perform while simultaneously making everyone else feel comfortable with just your presence. And I've gotten to a point in this space and time, I'm just okay. I'm tired of proving that I deserve to be in the spaces that my experiences have already qualified me to occupy. I'm tired of shrinking so other people don't feel threatened. I'm tired of fitting into the spaces that require me to leave pieces of myself outside the door. When I walk in corporate America, often I got to leave the evangelist outside because we can't mix church and work. See, I no longer want to sit at a table that requires me to self-abandon myself as the admission price. I'm no longer looking for a place to fit in. I'm becoming comfortable belonging to myself and my creator, because whatever is the next for me cannot only come with a title or a salary or opportunity or an applause. Peace has to become the package, and the bow has to be my creator. So welcome to the Wholeness Without Hustle podcast. Tonight, we're going to have an honest conversation about a question many of us are asking: what's next? What do you do when the life that once motivated you no longer moves you? What do you do when you've worked hard and you remain faithful? You've checked every box, earned the credentials, you've climbed the ladder, and you still find yourself wondering, is this really all there is? See, tonight is for the woman who knows something is changing but cannot fully explain it. So if I cry tonight, please forgive me, but I'm feeling that emotional right now. See, I have showed up time and time again. I have handled the responsibilities. You are getting the job done, but underneath that accomplishment, underneath the schedule conflicts and the titles and the strengths and the something inside of you is whispering, there has to be more than this. You don't necessarily want more work. You just want more meaning. You don't need another obligation. You just need alignment with Abba Father. So you don't want to keep proving that you are strong. Who told us the lie that we got to be strong all the time? I got to be on top of my game. There was a commercial back in the day that said, don't let them see you sweat. Well, baby, I'm sweating. See, you want a life where you are finally allowed to just breathe. There's not a bridle on your neck. See, tonight we're not asking what looks impressive. We're not asking you about people and approving to us. We are talking about what will prove that we are successful. I'm going to ask the question: when success no longer feels like success. Well, some of you know my story and you know that I have been in upper level management. I've had the administrative assistant. I've had the corporate credit cards. I've had the corporate car. But I'm at a point in life where that doesn't do me the same way. I don't get excited the same way. It used to be a time where I would be so excited about when I was on a flight and I'm getting off the flight and I'm my hair together, my suit together, and I'm looking for the guy that has my name on it because he's gonna get my bags, he's gonna open up the door, he's gonna do all those things. But I got 1,020 issues to fix. And then the realization came that I spent years believing that arriving in that room would make everything make sense. And there's a saying that we say, make it make sense. See, I thought success would bring me peace and fulfillment, make me feel worthy. make me recognize that my value would be recognized. And then I had to remember when I walked in the room, they'd be like, oh, we were expecting someone different. See, what happens when you become so successful at surviving at a life that you don't even want? What do you do? See, growth can be familiar in places, but then the uncomfortability begins to sit next to you. How do you handle it when uncomfortability holds your first? So why do we hold on? I told y'all I was gonna cry. Why do we hold on to these jobs and these relationships and these identities or these false identities, these expectations and these versions of ourselves that no longer fit? And I'm off script. There's a scripture that says that if I make my bed in hell, you will be there. Where can I run and God won't be there? So we hold on because letting go forces us to accept that sometimes and some things we invested in is not the future that God designed for us. When we came to this earth, we came here on an assignment and on a purpose. We gave everything our time. We gave it our loyalty. We gave it our energy. We gave it our tears. We gave it our lives. We look back and we say, God, I'm 54 years old. And sometimes we're not holding on because we even want to. We're holding on sometimes because it's familiar. And sometimes we hold on because what holding on gives me. You don't want to believe that the sacrifice was wasted. You don't want to believe that you had a dream. And you don't want to believe that God wants to pivot you after you spent years doing what you do. We don't want to disappoint the people who celebrated us when we have finally arrived. We don't want to remain loyal to a life that no longer feels like ours. Loyalty. See, in my generation, they taught us to be loyal, hold your head up, but be faithful, be dependable, be accountable. But what happens when the loyalty and the familiarity becomes painful? See, we know the routine, we know the expectations, we know how to perform like a puppet. We know when the pieces of us begin to fall off. We know how to hide it and tuck it. We know how to put a little Maybelline on it. We know how to put a wig on it or a weave or a hat when we're having a bad hair day. We know how to smile when we can say, I'm really not doing okay because I want to know what's next. See, next requires us to stop confusing endurance with faithfulness. They tell you push through it, work hard, pray hard, be grateful, do things. And then you find yourself in the bathroom crying, putting your makeup back together to walk back into that office. See, there's a difference between quitting because something is difficult and releasing it because the season has been complete. The leaves fall off the tree at the right amount of time. And if those leaves don't fall off the tree can't rejuvenate itself. We love to see the buds coming in the springtime, but fall has to come back around. And winter will come as well. Now, I grew up in Michigan with snow up to the yin and the yang, and we loved it as kids. Snowball fights and snowmobiling and mahogany and all this other things that we did. Now I'm a little older and I can't stand the cold. But everything you can survive is not something that you're supposed to continue carrying. See, maybe you're not confused about what's next. Maybe you're not afraid to give yourself permission to choose what's next. Maybe you already know what your peace is and what your freedom is, or you may know what you want to create or teach or lead or serve or build or whatever that is. And maybe some of you don't. The Bible says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. See, by choosing the life that God wants for you, it's going to require you to stop performing through the identity everyone else recognizes and what they want from you. See, that's where the struggle really begins. Better is not. The problem isn't always that the door hasn't been open. The problem is sometimes we don't even go to the door and answer. Woo! We pray for the change, and then we resist every situation that requires us to change. We ask God to enlarge our territories while we continue to make ourselves small enough to fit inside the old one. It's like when you get a different vehicle. And y'all know I have what I call the WL, and then I have the Queen. So the WL, she's wonderful. She took me from home. I've had her for a long, long time, but she fits 5 people, maybe 4, depending on what you work with. But the Queen, she can take 7 all day, every day. And so I want to get into 5 signs that you hear the knock, but you haven't answered the door. The first one is, you know that next is at your door because you no longer feel at home in the place that once felt home. See, the environment may not have changed, but you have. The conversations feel different. The routine is heavier. The things you once tolerated now disturb your peace. You are becoming more aware of what is draining you. And you hear this little small voice, shift, pivot, move, leap, let's go. Better is knocking, but you keep trying to make yourself comfortable in a place that you have already outgrown. It's like when we gain more weight, ladies, and the girdle don't make you fit in the dress. You need a bigger size. That's next. Number 2, opportunities keep appearing that require a braver version of you. So you keep getting all these witty ideals, these dreams, these visions. People are asking for advice. You feel like you want to write a book or start a business. You tell yourself, I'm tired of trading my time for dollars for my time. And God's trying to give you something where you can actually spend time with him and you can do those things that you want to do, like feeding the homeless or volunteering at nursing homes, all of those stuff, because every opportunity requires you to be seen. And being seen sometimes feels risky. What if the people criticize you? What if they don't understand you? What if? You're waiting to feel fearless, but courage is not about the absence of fear. It is about answering the door while your hands are still shaking. In several episodes, we talked about my self-esteem, and I was having lunch with someone earlier today, and I didn't have on makeup, and they said, "Do you got this skin disorder?" Because my face has different shades, and for years that bothered me. And to be honest, sometimes it still does. And sometimes the makeup just doesn't blend and cover it. And I had to admit, yeah, I do. And they said to me, "Oh, okay." I said, "Does it bother you?" They said, "No, you're still beautiful, whether you show that or not." And so sign number 3, your peace is disrupted every time you sell it. Sometimes we try to talk ourselves out of wanting more. You say, I'm good. I should just be grateful. This is a good job. My benefits are great. I know what to expect out of these people. They don't mean no harm. Sometimes the discomfort is not an attack. Sometimes the discomfort is an announcement. You cannot live here anymore. I remember as a child, we lived in the city. When I was little, everybody knew each other. But then as time goes on and the seasoned people went on with the Lord and other people, the neighborhood started going down. And I remember there was a time where there was some stuff happening and my folks said, that's it. We move into the suburbs. The house was still fine, but the environment had changed. See, the peace had been disrupted, and they were no longer negotiating. See, sometimes God has already told you the release, and He's already showed you the vision. But getting to the vision from where you are takes a leap of faith, and sometimes you don't know what to do because you're looking down instead of looking up. See, better is knocking, but answering the door means that you're admitting that what you have is no longer enough. Sign number 4. The old version of you keeps trying to make the decision. See, we are always going to choose what feels safe. We're creatures of habit. See, the old you worries about disappointing people, or the old you believes that being needed is sometimes the same as being valued. The old version of you accepts the exhaustion as the price of success. See, the old version makes a decision based on survival. But the woman that you are becoming, she wants peace, alignment, freedom, purpose, with room to breathe. See, better is knocking, but you keep sending your former self to answer that door. See, your former girl, she got you here. We honor her, we thank her. But we are not allowing her and her fear to become the architect to our future. See, it may have taken you 30, 40, or 50 years. You may be coming into your 60s and haven't achieved. I have a girlfriend, and I love her with everything. She is what I call one of my ride or dies. I can call her and say I need to talk to you, or I'm having this, that, and the third. And if she is able, she is going to. And I won't make her name out here because I don't want anybody to get offended. But this particular friend was 60 years old before she bought up her house. House is immaculate. And she was 60. So don't think that it's too late because your age is not what they said it should be. And now, sign number 5. You keep asking for confirmation and you already received it. So you prayed about it, you saw the signs, you feel the shift, the opportunity is appearing, the conversations are happening, the door is open. But instead of moving, you keep asking for one more sign. Make the fleece turn to water. Make the water turn to the fleece. Jump up and down 3 times, 4 times. If you have a relationship with Abba Father and you ask, He will speak and He will confirm His word. But we're afraid of what the answer will require you to release. My God, today. See, now I feel like preaching. See, sometimes what's next makes you face the fear of answering to what you got to release. But answering the door may require you to put down the title and the relationship and the expectations and the identity, the need for the approval that has kept you standing in the same place. How long will you keep praying for better while refusing to release what's blocking the door? Better is not always going to force itself into your life. Sometimes it's going to knock off, and then sometimes it's going to just leave. Sometimes it comes through an unexpected opportunity. Sometimes it comes through a chance meeting. Right when you don't even expect it, it'll show up at the door. So the question is not whether something better is available. The question is, will you finally answer? Because better is knocking at your door. So let's dive into the question, what does next really mean? See, next isn't another position or a posture. Next is setting a boundary without explaining. Next is deciding that peace is productive. Next is deciding that my gifts outside the system that taught them to me is an underestimated fact. Next may be meeting yourself without all of the facade, because you're allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to want something different. You are allowed to outgrow the dream that you prayed for. You are allowed to stop forcing yourself to fit into the environments that only celebrate the edited version of you. You don't have to become smaller to be yourself. You don't have to exalt yourself to be valuable. You don't have to keep proving what your life and experiences and your resilience has already demonstrated. See, I don't have to keep proving to you that I graduated from Villanova University. I got the paper, I got the transcript, and I got the bill. I don't have to keep proving to you that I went to a big tech school. My conversation and my vocabulary lets you know, hey, she done been through some stuff. So the next chapter will require courage, but it may not be the courage to continue enduring. It may just be the courage to release. Now I'm gonna have a real transparent moment here. I was in a relationship not long ago, and you couldn't tell me that I wasn't gonna get married. I moved from one coast to the other coast. We had built a life together. But it was the constant disappointment that I finally had enough. See, the treatment wasn't what it started out to be. And I had enough love of myself to say, this ain't it. Even though I had the ring and I had all this stuff, and people, when they saw him, they saw me. But at the nuclei of the relationship, God was not there. So I had to take the courage to choose myself. I took the courage to walk away without having every detail figured out. So I had to have the courage to stop auditioning for places where my qualifications should already speak for you. I had the courage to say, I am more than enough. So I'm in my 50s. And at this point, I thought I'd be married with 5 kids, a picket fence, corporate office, VP name. And that's not my reality. See, I walked away from a level of management because it was affecting my health and affecting my peace. And people said, oh, you crazy. No, I trusted God in me. And I walked in the courage to believe that God is not limited to the place where I'm currently standing. He's not limited to what they said he's talking limited to the labels that the people in corporate America put on me. So for reflection today, I want to ask you to ask yourself 5 quick questions, and then we can get out of here. Number 1, what am I holding on to simply because I have already invested so much in it? Where am I shrinking to make other people feel comfortable? Number 3, what part of myself have I abandoned to maintain a seat at the table? Number 4, what opportunity keeps returning because it is connected to my next chapter? And number 5, if peace were a requirement instead of a reward, what would I choose next? So don't sit and just try to quickly answer them. Think about them. Ponder on them. So you don't have to know the entire plan tonight. You only need enough courage to tell yourself the truth. Straighten your crown. Fix your face. And run the race. Because your next chapter doesn't need another performance. It needs your authenticity. It needs your honesty. It needs your gift. It needs your voice. It needs the version of you that is no longer trying to fit in. So your next needs who God sent you into this earth for. You spend enough time proving that you deserve to enter into the room. You spend enough time proving that you need to sit at the table. Now it's time to decide whether that room deserves you. So you have outgrown the limitations. That's why there's a shift. That's why better is knocking at the door. It's saying that I don't want you even there anymore. See, the door is in front of you. Your hand is already on the handle. And whether it is waiting on the manifestation on the other side, no, it's just waiting on you to open up the door and say, come in, or for you to open up the door and go out. See, peace has to be part of the package, and God has to be the boat. So the question that I have for you is, what's next? Or maybe the better question is, are you finally ready to answer the door? Because what I found out recently, especially about God, He's going to get what He wants out of your life. My sister preached a message one time about the pressing of the olives. And earlier, I think that was today, I sent her a message and I said, I can feel the pressure of the reaper. Shortening the conversation. And so next makes you feel the pressure of the repress, because it takes a lot to go through the door. So this has been your girl, Coach TJ, with the Wholeness Without Hustle podcast. Listen, drop in the comments where you're from. There's a few comments over here, and I promise you all, I'm going to get better at navigating, reading the comments, and delivering the content. But today, I didn't get it today. And so we ask you to do us a favor. 1, subscribe to the channel. Send this to one sister who you know needs to hear something. And 3, join us again next week here at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on the Wholeness Without Hustle podcast. You can reach us on all of the podcast platforms. You can reach us on Facebook, the Facebook community, on the collective that's coming real soon. You can catch us on YouTube. We thank you for spending time and space with us again tonight. And we're doing what? Wholeness without hustle. That's all. That's it. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us on Wholeness Without Hustle podcast. And remember, wholeness without hustle, power without pretending, and healing without apology. I'm your girl, Coach TJ, your transformation strategist, and we'll see you on our next episode.